So remember back at E3 when Phil Spencer was talking about why the Xbox One didn't have as many exclusives on stage, and it's because they just signed a bunch of deals that wasn't going to come to fruition over the next couple of years, and there was no reason to show those on stage because all he would do is just throw a trailer up there, and he didn't think that would be fair to the viewing public to see games that were going to be 2019, 2020 out, and that the games are coming, and that was going to be the focus of the Xbox One brand. Well, an article came out today. Definitely don't know if this is 100% true, but one of the insiders has been right about a couple of things before, and we might have to really consider if this is what we're going to get with the Xbox One X and the Xbox brand going forward from what this article talks about. So let's get into it. What up, everybody? It's your boy Nautical, back at it with another video. So this video is going to focus on Xbox in general and its parent company, Microsoft, and how Xbox doesn't have a blank check and isn't meaningfully increasing first-party investments, says an insider. So right when you hear that off the back, it's like, well, Phil Spencer came out of E3 and said, yes, he did everything he wanted to do when it came to actually bolstering the Xbox Live application. We got clubs, we got tournament support in it, we have a whole bunch of slew other things. We got the gaming pass, we got being able to refund our games through digital means. It's a whole bunch of stuff that he's added. He's also talked about how he wanted to bolster the hardware, and he's done that with the Xbox One X coming out this holiday. But the last thing he talked about, and which is probably the more important thing, is where are the first party games. Now, Microsoft does have a few games coming out this year. You have Forza Motorsport 7, you have Sea of Thieves coming out early next year, you have Crackdown 3 coming out, you have State of Decay 2 coming out, just to name a few. So it's not like they're bare bones, but this insider is talking about don't expect that to change anytime soon, because in the article that he actually is speaking in, it's almost been 3 months ago since head of Xbox division Phil Spencer shared that Microsoft was upping investments in first-party content production, after having done the same to Xbox Live services and hardware in general when it comes to the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X. This didn't quite show in the Xbox E3 2017 media briefing, but then again, Spencer quickly explained that he didn't feel like announcing titles that wouldn't be released for 2 or 3 years away as a good idea. However, the industry insider known as Matt on the NeoGAF board noted that, to his knowledge, Microsoft isn't actually increasing their investments in that sector in a meaningful way. He then added that this is also because their software underperformed so far with the Xbox One, and the division doesn't really have a blank check to spend on game development. Now, these are the answers to some of the questions that was asked to him on NeoGAF. All I have is the answers to the questions, but I don't have the questions themselves. Microsoft is not meaningfully increasing their investments in or focusing on first party. That could change. I would love for that to change, but it hasn't. His next answer was, never said I knew every penny. I said no meaningful change in investments. There could be things I don't know about, or I'm wrong about something. I never claimed to be infallible, but I know enough to have a pretty good view of the situation, hence the not speculation part. And the last answer he had to a question was, it's not really that complicated. Even if we disagree, their software efforts have underperformed this gen, and the Xbox division doesn't have a blank check to do whatever they want. They have a focus on cost, controls, and profitability. Spending a lot on game development doesn't fit into that in their view. Now, I'm not going to let this change my perception of exactly what Microsoft is going to do with the Xbox One and all the exclusives going forward from today. I'm not going to cast any aspersions on if what Phil Spencer said at E3 is 100% accurate. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to go off the fact that Phil Spencer up until this point has done everything that he said he was going to do for the Xbox brand. Everything. There's nothing that's been left unturned. Everything he said he's going to focus on, he's focusing on. As of right now, he says he's focusing on first party games, and he already started mending relationships and building relationships and getting and signing deals for the Xbox One to have exclusives come to it that we'll be able to use on the Xbox brand overall. But I can't say that something like this does not give me cause to pause, because, you know, the one thing that we all want as gamers is experiences that we can only get on our platforms. And that's not me talking as a fanboy, that's just me talking about it as a gamer. If I buy a piece of hardware, I want everything I can get for that hardware. I want the things that come out everywhere else, plus I want the things and the experiences that they can give me on that platform too. There is nothing wrong with actually wanting more from a platform. When they come out and say they're doing this, this is something I expect to be done. Now, we're not going to see any of this come to fruition over the next 6 months. This is something that's going to happen between now and 2018 when E3 comes up on stage and Microsoft reels off another sizzle reel, and we'll see what games are going to be announced there. And even then, that's going to be something that's still going to be at least a year to 2 years away. So what is Microsoft going to do between now and 2020 is going to be the biggest question. Will the Xbox One be known as the system that had limited exclusives on it? I don't think so, because as of right now, the Xbox One is trending to have more exclusives than the Xbox 360 to this date. So we can't say that the Xbox One isn't going to have any exclusive games going forward, because right now they have actually a little bit more than the 360 had. So what do I want to see, and what do a lot of my friends and other gamers out here, people that watch this channel and listen to these videos, what do you guys want to see? Well, for me, and what I think a lot of you guys want to see is games that captivate us and take us to other worlds and make us feel like we're suspensed in reality and make us feel like everything we do matters in these games. I want story-driven games. I want new developments in hardware to actually push these games to the limits that allow us to enjoy them even more. Now, that second part we're already getting with the Xbox One X, but don't stop there. Let's make the games that complement those so we can see exactly what the publishers and developers want us to see in their games. And I'm not going to be naive to this. I understand this is going to take time to do. I just want to see the foundation get laid. It's been a long time since we had a Bungie studio that manned a Halo project and gave us undoubtedly one of the best first-person shooters that's ever made it to a console platform. Halo by itself literally defined what first-person shooters are, and then other games took the mantle and took it further. Gears of War, same thing. Third-person shooter, one of the best third-person shooters on consoles. It pushed the industry forward, and more games were spawned off of that. It's time for Microsoft to put their foot down, get some developers together, and make the next biggest hit that's going to push the generation even further to make games even more impactful, like they did with Halo and Gears of War. And you know what? If Microsoft does all these things, they can change their fortunes dramatically. They will not win this generation. Sony is too far ahead. But guess what? It's not too late to bring out blockbuster games that's going to help your platform and push your next console after the Xbox One even further, because you instill a value to the system that everybody can get behind, not just Xbox fans, not just PlayStation fans, not even just Nintendo fans, but you can have a platform that could captivate everybody as a fan. Microsoft's #1 goal is to be the centerpiece of your living room, and if they can accomplish by doing just one thing, putting games in front of gamers, the gamers themselves will push this console to be in more places just because of the games that are on it. And it's never going to be too late, because PlayStation 4 just released last year, Xbox One X is later this year, and the Nintendo Switch is doing really good. So we got the holy trifecta going on right now. All three systems are doing very well, and if Microsoft can get this first party studio thing under control and make it profitable even more for them, as gamers, we will never lose. So guys and girls, where do you stand on this? Do you think Microsoft is gonna make the moves they need to do to make this system as profitable as possible and bringing us the games that we want? Talk about that in the comment section. Also, what games are you looking for to be on Xbox One? Not anything that's already been announced or anything that you know is coming out. Let's just use our imaginations. What do you actually want your next big game to be? What is the next game, or what is the next idea of a game that you would support and want to see on the Xbox platform? Let's give Microsoft some really good ideas out there. Let's talk about those in the comment section. I appreciate you guys watching this video and listening to me ramble on about Xbox and what I want to see in the system for so long. This video just went over 9 minutes, and I really appreciate you guys watching it. It really helps out the channel a lot. But make sure you sub to the channel if you want to hear more of my thoughts. Make sure you like this video if you like the content. Also, turn on those email notifications. It's going to let you know the next time my videos go live. It's your boy Nautical, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.